Hello friends, welcome to BISP Solution. My name is Lokesh Gandhi, and today's session we are going to learn how to perform physical inventory counting in Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management. So in our inventory application, we have a inventory counting method. So we have two types of inventory counting. One is physical inventory counting and another one is cyclic inventory counting. So in today's session, we are looking for the physical inventory counting, and we will cover in our upcoming session the cyclic inventory counting, right? So a physical inventory counting is a structured approach to counting a company's stock, where the staff of the inventory, use a predetermined method to count the item, to count the material and goods. So companies schedule a physical inventory count at the end of the reporting period. And you can say mostly physical inventory counting is performed once in a year or twice a year based on the business requirement. And the physical inventory counts are an essential part of the inventory organization to keeping the record accurate. And these up-to-date inventory records provide the better forecast of the sales and purchase and ensure always to have the right amount of product on hand in our organization. So physical counting is the process where the on-hand quantity of the system match with the physical inventory. Physical inventory is nothing but a warehouse where the stocked, item maintained in the inventory. So these on-hand quantity in the warehouse match with the system inventory organization, right? So we'll perform the operations, and we have the physical inventory counting process. So we have to perform, we have to create the physical inventory snapshot, generate the tag. So this physical inventory process to verify whether the actual on-hand quantity in the inventory organization match with the system on-hand quantity, right? So we have to perform all these processes, right? So during this process, the physical inventory counting process, all the inventory transaction will be blocked and no inventory movement to be performed. And also it depends on the organization. It depends on the organization how they perform the physical inventory counting, right? So move on to the application, and we'll perform all these setups in our application, right? So we'll see one by one. So this is our application, and first of all, we have to check the on-hand quantity in our organization, inventory organization. So click on this navigator, scroll down, go to the supply chain execution, and go to the inventory management. Here we can check the on-hand quantity. Click on this task list and click on manage item quantities. So this is the organization, Tata New York Inventory Organization, and click on search. So we have a item Tata 1001 under the Tata New York Inventory Organization, and sub inventory 1. We have 1,000 on hand quantity, right? So done. Now we have to create a physical inventory. So in order to create a physical inventory, click on this task list and show tasks. We have an inventory part, right? We have more option, but go with the inventory and go to the count, right? So we have physical inventory. So manage physical inventories. Click on that, right? So click on create. Give the name of this physical inventory. So I'm going to enter Tata underscore Neo underscore physical inventory. Right. So this is the name you have to perform. You have to insert the name of the inventory, physical inventory, and there's the description over here. And we have the sub inventory options. So we can choose either one of these. So we are going to perform counting over the all the sub inventory. And if you want to perform the counting on the specific sub inventory, so click on that, select this, and you have to select the sub inventory. So this option gets enabled over here. So select this sub inventory and you can count the physical items in this sub inventory, this specific sub inventory, but I am going with the all, right? And we have the approval option. So we have always, if, out of the tolerance, and never. So I go with the always. And we have the tags. We will generate the tags. So tag type is a blank, both and default. I go with the default. And the starting default tag. So you can insert the numeric number. So I go 101, right? And this is the generation sequence, the tag generation sequence, in which sequence you want to generate the tag. So you can generate, the first is item, an item under the sub inventory. And we don't have locator right now, so we go with the blank and know if the revision is. Also don't have in this, right? So we can sequence, we can generate the tag in the item sequence, then sub inventory sequence, right? So 7 plus. So you can create a physical inventory over here, right? You can see over here, physical inventory, Tata New York gets created. And you can see over here, the snapshot date is not visible over here. And we don't have the adjustment posted. And let's click on this action. And you can see generate physical inventory snapshot, and rest of the tasks are disabled. So once we create the snapshot, then all the tasks get enabled, right? So we have to generate this snapshot. So we creating the snapshot of the physical inventory to compare with the main inventory, right? The main inventory, New York inventory, right? So click on this generate physical inventory snapshot. So it's a process number 9211 was submitted. Click OK. And the date is not visible. Click on search and click on again search. right? The snapshot date gets enabled, get display over here, right? Done. Now let's go to the inventory again, manage inventory and search for the inventory. Physical inventory starter, search, right? So this is our physical inventory. Click on action and you can see all the rest of the tasks gets enabled. Now click on generate physical inventory tags, right? The process was submitted 9212, okay, right? Now we have to run the ESS job, is physical inventory tag listing report. We have to generate this report over here, right? Okay, done. We perform the create inventory and the snapshot and we generate the tag. Now we have to perform physical inventory tag listing report. So click on navigator and go to the tools, click on schedule process. Click on schedule new process and search for the process name is physical inventory tag listing report. Okay, click enter. It will take few seconds, few minutes to search for this schedule process, this physical inventory tag listing report. Wait for a while. Now click OK. Now here you can see over here the organization and the physical inventory, the mandatory field. So we have to select it and physical inventory is Tata New York physical inventory, right? Now click on submit. 9217. Refresh it. 9217 is process ID and the status is running. Refresh till the status gets succeeded. 9291 process ID, the status succeeded. Okay. Now the physical inventory tag listing report, right? So click on this process and you can see the report over here and click on this republish in order to view the report, the listing tag listing report. So click on this view report and click on PDF. Now the report gets generated you can see the item Tata 1001 and the sub inventory, right? And the tag number we already defined. Cancel out, right? Now record physical inventory. Now click on this navigator and go to the inventory management. Click on taskbar. In the count, click on manage physical inventories. Search for the inventory over here. Search by the contain, contain, search it and select this and click on action. So we have performed this snapshot, tag, and the record. We have to perform the record physical inventory tag. So click on that. So we are going to insert the record, the inventory record, physical inventory record over here. So the item already fetch and the order, sub inventory locator and all that, right? This is the count quantity. How much quantity we have count in our inventory, physical inventory. Suppose 950 over here. And by whom? Counted by. So select by the person name over here, right? Save and close. Now we have to perform the adjustment, right? So again, click on this action and go to the approval physical inventory adjustment over here. Right. So you can see the snapshot quantity is 1000. We have already seen. And this is the count quantity 950. And this is the adjustment quantity minus 50 over here, right? And the viewer, you can select but it is not mandatory field, right? So now you can see over here this adjustment status is pending. So we have to approve this request. So click on this approve icon over here and the status gets approved. The adjustment status gets approved over here, right? So save and close. Okay, we have to provide a viewer. Now click on save and close. Right. Now we have performed the perform adjustment. Now the post adjustment process. Again, click on this action and click on post physical inventory adjustments. Click on that. So this is the date, today's date. Click on OK. So you can see the adjustment posted date is not visible here. So is ESS jobs runs on the background. Click OK. On search and click on search and the adjustment posted checked, right? Now let's check the on-hand quantity in our organization. Click on task list, click on inventory, click on manage item quantities. And the organization is Tata New York Inventory Organization. Search for that. And you can see the on-hand quantity turns to 950. Right. So this is the physical inventory on-hand quantity now turns into the system in on-hand quantity. Right. Done. You can check the review computed transaction by clicking this task list and review computed transaction. Click on that. Search for this organization. You can see minus 50, the transaction quantity minus 50 in the transaction type is physical inventory, right? Okay. So this is how you can perform the physical inventory counting in our supply chain management Oracle Fusion. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much.